switched things up a little bit this week. So the first thing we want to do is make this Thursday, and it is October the 1st. And today we're going to look at representing ratios with tables. So if you'll go ahead and head up your notebook, that'd be great. Okay? Our learning goals for today, or our target, if I am looking at a table of values, I know where the rows are and where the columns are. When I see a table representing a set of equivalent ratios, I can come up with numbers to make a new row. And when I see a table representing a set of equivalent ratios, I can explain what the numbers mean. So take a moment, pause the video if need be, so you can write down your learning targets. Okay, so this number talk, you've got several figures here, 3 to be exact, and part of being a good mathematician is being able to recognize patterns. So what do you see is happening from the first to the second? Let's see if we can. This is 7. Okay, this is 8. This is 14. This is 4, 8, 12, 15, 18, 21. So what do you see happening? Well, it's increasing. We're increasing a row of 4 and a row of 3. So we're adding 7 each time. So what would be in the fourth figure? Well, 7 times 4 is 28. 7 times 5, 35. 7 times 10, 70. And I think we've already addressed the idea of how we see it growing. We see it growing by a row of 4 and a row of 3 each time. Okay, so let's go on to tables. Okay, and we're talking about almonds and raisins as a recipe for trail mix. We're mixing 7 ounces of almonds. We've got it indicated here. 5 ounces of raisins. Here is a table that has been started to show how many ounces of almonds and raisins would be in different size batches. Okay, so we want to complete the table. Okay, so how do you go from 7 to 28? Remember, we're scaling up or either scaling down. And if I go from 7 to 28, I've got to multiply by 4, yes? So if I multiply by 4 from 7 to 28, don't I have to multiply by 4 over here? What is 5 times 4? Well, 5 times 4 is 20. Now remember, I'm going to circle this just so we can focus on it. This is our initial ratio. We're going to work off of this the whole time. Okay? So now we've completed 20. Now the question is, and you can work all the way down one side and then go down the other side if you want to. Entirely up to you. I prefer to do row by row. So how do I go from 5 to 10? What do I multiply by? 5 times what is 10? Well, remember, we talked about those inverse operations. If I don't want to do guess and check, I can flip this around and I can say 10 divided by 5. 10 divided by 5 is 2. So that means I'm going to have to multiply 7 by 2. And 7 times 2 is 14. Okay? So far, so good. All right. So now I have 3.5. Well, what's the relationship between 7 and 3.5? Well, 3.5 is half of 7. So wouldn't this be 7 times 1/2? Absolutely. So this is going to be 5 times 1/2. What's half of 5? What's half of 5? Yes, it is 2.5. All right. All right, next row, 5 and 250. Again, we're not going to take the time to do all that guess and check. 5 times 1, 5 times 2, 5 times 3, 5 times 4. Let's flip this around. 250 divided by 5 is going to give me my answer. Well, I know that this is 50. Okay? The answer here is 50. So if I have to multiply 5 times 50, that means I got to multiply 7 times 50. Well, 7 times 5 is 35, and then add the 0, 350. All right, and last one. 7 times what is 56? Well, again, I might not want to do that guess and check. So what's 56 divided by 7? Well, it is 8. So 7 times 8 is 56. 5 times 8 is 40. Okay? All right, any questions so far? How do we know that each ratio is equivalent to 7 to 5? Well, we multiplied 7 and 5 by the same thing on each row, didn't we? We multiplied each row by the same thing. Okay? So, now I want you to practice on IXL. I want you to go to R7 and practice those ratio tables. When you are confident, you can complete this cool down on the, you know what, scratch that. I'm not going to have you complete that cool down. I am not going to have you complete that cool down. If you'll just complete the ratio tables, that will be sufficient. Okay? All right, you guys enjoy the rest of your day.